Good morning, people. Welcome to Tom's Charts. Now, this was my show on Monday. I've had to do a voiceover because the sound was just absolutely crap and you couldn't hear it. So I'm just releasing this for all the guys who want to re-see the show. So hopefully it'll be okay. So here we go. We're going to have pictures of the week. We're going to have the climate, and then we're going to finish off with the charts, some interesting stuff in the charts this week. But as you know, having this nomadic life, we're out dining most days. So off we go to the first restaurant and the pictures. So here we are at Freshella again, a very popular restaurant with us. It's a brilliant restaurant, great food, great Thai food, great Phayun food, very, very reasonably priced, great restaurant. So we normally go here occasionally. And that's a chili hot dog and me standing outside the restaurant. Very interesting. I went there with Jerry, because Jerry's in his last week of being in Thailand. I need to have a diet, but what a way to start a diet, off in Peaky Blinders. So we was off to Peaky Blinders this week with Mitch and Gary and Jerry and this new chap called Dave. Very, very pleasant. We had a fantastic meal there. So that was one of the meals this week we went to. Peaky Blinders is just the best restaurant in Thailand as far as I'm concerned. The food there is just phenomenal. E.T. just outdoes himself every time we go there. And this here is a roast pork, and it's got a Yorkshire pudding with it as well. It's unbelievable. The food is just that good. Highly, highly recommended. If you come to Pattaya, Peaky Blinders is a must visit. Of course, if you go to Peaky Blinders, you must have their dessert. I was so full, I just had a homemade vanilla ice cream, which was unbelievable. It was a dessert to die for. I loved it. And I just love Peaky Blinders. After that, we went off to Sunflower, and we went there with Prai and Anna and all the guys again. And this is Alex and Prai getting together. Nice people, nice, two good-looking girls. And we had a great meal there, and Alex really looks after us. And she made us an unbelievable dessert. Well, thank you, Alex. And this was the dessert she made. It was like a cookie pancakes. And there she's Anna with AJ and Prai. And we just had a fantastic time there. But we have a fantastic time every day, so I'm just really repeating myself there. This is with the boys, and we're just sitting there waiting for our food. And after that, we were so full up, we had to go for a foot massage. And in between, I went for a breakfast the following day down to Valley View Restaurant, which is always fantastic to see Steve. Had a great breakfast there. And then I was off for another massage, this time with John, because John's got a bad leg and I've got a bad ankle. So we was looking pretty good there, me and John, both happy. There's Gary sitting over there, living the dream as always. And then we went down to Rayong, and these are the new charging stations in Rayong. And down below is the car show. Got a car show in Rayong as well. So if you want to buy a new car, at the moment I'm just looking, but I am interested in buying another car. This little pink one's just too small, but it is cute. It'd be alright for Anna, but it's no good for me. Then it was off to a Valley View Restaurant again. Had a fantastic breakfast there, and I was there with Jerry, so me and Jerry had a thing. And this is Cookie sleeping next to me, and Prai took the photograph of me, thanks very much. And this is Anna at her school performance, end of year performance. Anna went to the school, done a dance, blah blah blah. She was very, very good. I'm so proud of her. And this is her standing with her mates. You can see she's so much taller, and all the rest of them. And then the following day, on my way to Macros, very early in the morning, unfortunately come across this. Motorcyclist drove into the back of a lorry on the Sukhumvit, totally clear road, 4 o'clock in the morning, and unfortunately they died. But this is what happens, you know, when you drink and drive. Come to Thailand, do not drink and drive. I had to show you this on the right-hand side. If you want to buy a car and you want to buy it on credit, this is how easy it is to get credit here, you know. So with that, you can do it with your husband, wife, siblings, parents, or if you're lovers, you don't need to be married. Unbelievable. They've actually put that in the advert, so that was good fun. But that did give me a bit of a chuckle. The one on the left-hand side is to do with the cash points and taking cash out. It's so important that you have cash on hand at the moment. So it's so important because this banking crisis is out of control. This is Exodus Pyramid, and this just shows you that gold at the bottom is that's the world's #1 asset. Above that you've got money, then you've got treasury, bonds and bills, and then it just goes up and up and up. And at the moment we've just got unfunded government liabilities, and we are going down. This bank run is going to continue. Also, in the description, you've got all the expert links. So you've got if you want to apply for a Thai visa, you've got the direct official website. You can do that really simply and easily. You don't have to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a lawyer. And you don't even have to buy me a cup of coffee because I haven't got that facility. But the expert links are down below. But do your own research, and then you become an expert like the rest of us. Also, in the charts, just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is financial education. They don't teach you this at school. Well, here we go. This is the weather. And as you can see in the pollution, you can see we're pretty clear down this way. But, up north, this is terrible. The fires are just everywhere. Gordon Tickle done a video a few days ago, and it was unbelievable. We couldn't see a mountain which was like 5 kilometres away. It was crazy. It was crazy up there. I just couldn't live up there. At the moment, the pollution up in Chang is the worst in the world. This is Southeast Asia going across. As you can see, it is getting better. The red zones are getting smaller, but we are still struggling. And the reason why we're struggling is because in Thailand we're surrounded by Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, and they just burn and burn and burn. They just don't give a monkeys. This is the fire map. On the fire map, this is showing you where all those active fires are all around us. You can see in Thailand itself, got very few fires. Although there are quite a few up there. I noticed they're up in the north where Gordon is, up in Chiang Rai. It's quite bad up there, They need to stop burning, it's simple as. The climate here has been really good though, so the outlook for this week is like low pollution. The pollution's getting blown away because we've got a prevailing wind from the south, and it's just getting hotter low because we're getting towards April now. So on this chart it's saying 32, but most days, it's like 34. It is warm, but up in this end, they're recording temperatures of 44 up there. Because I am not monetized, because I'm not worried about the money from Poxy YouTube. YouTube do shadow ban me for using the words bailout, and last week I used bailout a lot, and as a result I got absolutely smashed by YouTube, and I actually got shadow banned, and so I hope you guys who see it regularly got to see it. So this week I'll try to be less controversial, not swearing as much, and so this is the USD against the Thai baht. The USD has been struggling a little bit. We got down to around about the 34. There's resistance at 34, so I'll be looking for hopefully a uptrend and get back to 35 as soon as possible. So I will change my money sometime in April, but I'm in no rush to do it. The Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar's looking very, very weak. It's still got downward pressure. So you just got to exchange your money really, and you can get the highest rate. As you can see there, we are slightly going up, but if it bounces off that moving average, then it's going to go back down again. So, but I'll be looking to get about 23 or just over 23 if possible. I know Nikki Dunn's here on holiday at the moment, so she may watch this. So hopefully, Nikki, you'll end up getting 42 this week. The UK pound should rebound if the dollar gets weaker. So I'd be looking at getting 42 if I had pounds. I wanted to exchange pounds. It's the way to go. S&P 500. It's going to be up and down and up and down. There's been an emergency week over the weekend. It's not really doing a lot, really. There is an underlying bank crisis going on. So the pump teams are doing very well at keeping the S&P 500 up at the moment. Myself, personally, I'm totally out of the S&P 500. I've got no faith in the S&P 500. I've got no faith in any markets or banks at the moment. My biggest thing at the moment is to get a large cash position. Because I believe if you've got a large cash position, you can pick up things at a penny. Again, the Dow index is down. It's downward pressure. This is due to banks and crude oil. This is heading downwards. The reason why it's heading downwards is because we are heading for a massive recession. 65 is coming. Yeah, it'd probably be a good. It'd be. I wouldn't even buy at 65. Seriously, this economy is not looking good. They've actually managed to cock it right up. And the one thing I'm really looking at the moment is natural gas, or NG. I'm also looking at derivatives of this. I'm looking at ETFs, etc. Natural gas could be the buy of a lifetime at $1.50 in an ETF. So you just buy it and keep it as a long time holding. But it's a great way of 5 times in 10 times in your money. I'm not saying it's going to 10 times your money, but you could easily 5 or 4 times your money. So I'll be looking at putting a very large cash position into this and just letting it ride. At the moment, I'm not willing to go into it at the moment because it's still crashing every day. So every day it's still on a downward trend. But when it finds a bottom, this could be forming a double bottom here at the bottom here. If you see this chart here, the line could be a double bottom. Gold is just totally overpriced at the moment, and it pulled back, and it did pull back on the Monday like I said it would do on the Sunday chart. And platinum next, and again this is a waiting game really. The way I see platinum, I see value in platinum at 660, so it's got to come down quite a lot, but it will come down to 660. If this recession kicks in, this will come down to 660. As you know, last year I financed my entire retirement on platinum. So I was buying at the bottoms and then selling at the tops across. I've done 5 trades across the year, and that's all I've done to finance my entire year's income. Up next is silver, and silver again, that's coming to an oversold position. I see this seriously being pulled back as well, so I'm not buying gold, platinum or silver at the moment. It's a waiting game. Yep, to the BTC cult. Well, although you're going up at the moment, this is going to be pulled back. It just can't go above 30. Although I would say I reckon governments are manipulating BTC, because like even the US government owns 1% of BTC. A lot of other governments own it, and it doesn't suit them for this to go shooting high. It really doesn't. So they can manipulate this market. Bitcoin can be manipulated like any other commodity. Dixie's struggling a little bit this week. It's gone up. It'll probably go up again a little bit, hit that resistance, and then it's going to bounce back down towards the 102. A lot of the world is running to US dollar because the banks are in trouble. This is Deutsche Bank. You can see Deutsche Bank's in trouble now. It's now coming down. Deutsche shares are just getting smashed in Europe, and like Credit Suisse, it's been on dodgy legs for a long, long time now. This is all due to years and years and years of no interest, but them having to finance their banks. So with interest rates being so low, it's very, very hard for the banks. They've really struggled. And where they was getting cheap money on debt, now that debt is expensive, so it's gone from 0% to 7%. First Republic is still looking in trouble. Get your money out of the small banks if you can. Anything over 250,000, for those who are lucky enough to have 250,000 in their account, I would never carry that amount of money in any account. It's just ridiculous. But First Republic is not looking good. It'll probably have some type of bounce back this week. Signature Bank, well, as you know, Signature Bank is going to have to be sold. It's finished. It's because, again, the zero interest rates and borrowing money at 0%, and now those percentages have gone up, and now they've got to pay. Credit Suisse, well, they've lost like 50% of their value in a week. So that is absolutely devastating for any bondholders in there, because they've just totally been ripped off, including the Saudis. I'm sure they're going to be impressed. So I think they're going to even dollarise even more. UBS, that is not looking good either. That's coming down. As I say, normally on the chart show, I don't normally do banks, but the reason why I've covered the banks, because all of them just look, or some of them look terrible. So I've been going through the banks individually, looking at them, and thinking, are they good, are they bad, and my God, it's a bit of a worry at the moment. But UBS, that is taking on Credit Suisse and still not looking good. HSBC, again, it's dropped again this week. It's absolutely dreadful figures, these are. These are dreadful, dreadful, dreadful figures. And no doubt you're going to get people who hold large shares of this just sell their shares off and convert back to cash, because that's the way the system tends to work. But there's definitely a bank run and a bank panic at the moment. Charles Schwab is also before the Wuhan, and it flew up, and now you can see these red markers at the very end here, and you can see the withdrawals at the bottom. This is just a massive clear out, really. People are just trying to find safer places to put it, and this is a weak chart, and you can see all the red markers. Our people are just withdrawing the money from Charles Schwab. I think Charles Schwab are going to be in trouble, and they're going to need a total bailout. And it's just the way it goes. We've all got to stay safe, and we've got to have cash. As I say, at the moment, I wouldn't even buy gold, and I'm one of the biggest gold bugs out there. So this is a chart I got off the Fed. They've now taken this chart down. It might be back up now, but when I looked at this on Monday morning or Sunday, it was saying that this chart was unavailable. You can see the financial crisis we had in 2007, and then it goes back down to zero. This is the overnight lending chart. And also we had the Rerun, it went up a little bit, and then it come down, and then it went up a bit because that was the second wave, and then it come back down to zero. And all of a sudden this week, last Wednesday, it has shot up to nearly 2007 heights, and this is only going to go higher because the Fed have got to bail these banks out, and it's just the way it goes. And it is the chart of death. That's exactly what it is. Well, there it is, people. That's my charts, climate, pictures of the week. Sorry about the sound on the original video. I will leave it up, but if you look at this one, this will show it to you quickly. What a nightmare. Stay safe, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Remember, at the moment, cash is king. Don't believe what they're telling you in the mainstream media, because it's lies and bullshit.